Okay, Professor Mukesh Patel back here with you. Let's talk about um, basics that founders of startups should be aware about investment and securities laws that they should discuss with their legal counsel, qualified legal counsel. So the typical requirement is that companies that issue securities are things like stocks, shares in a company that you might do for investors, or even co-founders, employees, advisors, that you typically have to register your securities with the government. That is an extremely expensive, time-consuming process. Luckily, there are exceptions and exemptions. One of the most popular ones for startups and small businesses to fall under is known as Reg D or Regulation D. It has several rules that you have to comply with depending on which rule you want to fall under Reg D. But this is a conversation you should have with your legal counsel where you will learn about accredited investors. There's specific type of investors that are savvy and have a certain amount of money. And then briefly we'll talk about equity crowdfunding under the Jobs Act. A good website resource is the Securities and Exchange Commission, is sec.gov/small business, or just sec.gov, and you can learn a lot more about Reg D, the exemptions and exceptions, the rules and accredited investor requirements. If you want to learn more about going public, on the same sec.gov site, there is small business/going public, just to give you a little bit more background and acumen in that space. Couple of resources that I want to go through in the next module. One of the things that you want to talk to your attorney about are who are accredited investors. Should you take money from only accredited investors? Should you raise money from non-accredited investors? How many? What's the cap? What are the rules and requirements and regulations? So make sure you're familiar with Reg D, accredited investor criteria, and if you're going to do crowdfunding, equity crowdfunding, follow the rules and requirements there. There are some good websites where you can get some basic information, but you really want to talk to your attorney more about that. And we'll talk more about Reg D and accredited investors in the financing and investment module coming soon. So the next module will be resources. Many are complementary and or low cost. These are extremely valuable.